So this week we're in the Volkswagen Passat GTE. We've been in the new Passat before, but the GTE is the latest in the range, so the E, meaning electric. So we have a hybrid here, 1.4 TFSI, 150 brake horsepower, and a lithium ion battery, which gives a combined 218 horsepower. So it's no slouch. Passat's a big car and the power is good. We first witnessed the combination of this drivetrain in the Audi A3 e-tron, and this is in fact the second time it's featured in a Volkswagen. We've driven the Golf GTE before, which is a very impressive car, but this is the bigger one. Obviously the Passat, it's more of an executive car, a salesman's car, so it'll be one where a lot of travel will be done, a lot of motorway miles. So it's good to find out whether your usual 1.6 TDI or 2 litre TDI, see if this new hybrid can be comparable. The clever bit about the hybrid is the fact that on the lithium ion battery alone you can travel up to 50 kilometers on electric alone. Now granted, that all depends how hard or soft you drive the car, but in urban areas around the village, if you're doing your normal chores during the day, going to the shops, whatever, going to get a sandwich, I use electric all the time. I just find it quite exciting in a weird way. There's nothing I like more than the sound of a good engine, but when you have electric power at your disposal in a hybrid, I use it as much as possible. I like the eeriness of the quiet. All you can hear is the road noise. But we're on our way over to Tesco to give it a charge. We're down to 4 kilometers, so it won't run on electric all by itself at the moment. It automatically goes into hybrid when the battery is that low. So we're going over to give it a charge, plug it in, we'll go get a sandwich, and we'll see what the crack is then. I mean, on the road it's a very comfortable car. I mean, it's the new Volkswagen Passat. It's beautifully damped. I mean, just like the diesel or the other petrol models in the range, it's very comfortable to drive, very little road noise. Steering has a nice weight to it, nice driving position. The only thing that has changed is the drivetrain, and obviously as a driver in front of you, you've got a few different readouts than you would in a standard car. So in the GTE you have your speedometer clock as usual, and then to the left you have your electric charge rev counter. So it tells you how many revs right up to boost, and then of course this is regenerative braking as well, so when you brake it jumps back in, and no matter how hard or soft you brake, the harder you brake, the more charge you'll get into the battery. So that's quite clever as well. And then in front of you, you have on a little LCD, you have all your driver information. So it tells you your consumption per kilowatt per 100 kilometer and your consumption litres per 100 kilometer. So as I'm driving along here, because I'm so low on battery power, I'm in hybrid mode. So it's giving me a reading of, I'm using 0 kilometers in petrol, and I'm using 4.8 kilowatt electricity as I'm cruising along. So it is interesting to watch that kind of thing. Now in the GTE you have 3 drive modes. You have electric, which I already spoke about, you have hybrid, already spoke about, and then you have GTE. So GTE is kind of the performance mode of the car. Acceleration and torque, very impressive. A lot of that has down to the battery, instant torque from your lithium ion, and shoves you down the road. Most impressively is probably overtaking situations or things like that where there's just instant boost. So it's really clever, really enjoyable. Again, being a Passat saloon, it's plenty of room, loads of room between the drivers here in the front. Great legroom in the back, almost comparable to the Skoda Superb now. Not quite as big, but still very impressive. Loads of room for the kids in the back. Really decent sized boot, and just a very comfortable car. I mean, the cabin is beautifully finished. I love this centre clock, gives a nice touch of class, and then the aluminium vent that runs right across the dashboard. It's a lovely theme. Then down, your contrast piano black down the centre, your DSG box, which this is fitted with as standard, and just a lovely place to be. The noticeable change that you notice between a normal Passat, I guess, there is a theme of blue stitching throughout the cabin. So you have blue stitching on your gearbox, on your steering wheel, on the seats. Lovely little blue stripped LED lights in the doors, in the front and the back, because it's electric. So nice little touches there, a little reminder of where you are. Prices for the Passat GTE start at 41,450 for this saloon. So that includes your SEI grant and your VRT rebate. The estate, or variant as Volkswagen call it, is 43,750. Really good value, big car, lovely looking car. Being a person that prefers estates myself, it's probably, if I was in the market, the one I'd go for. Overall, I'm kind of struggling to find anything I quite dislike about the car. It's quiet, it's comfortable, it's economical. Is the charging a little bit of an inconvenience? Probably, only because it's new to me. I have driven hybrids before, I have charged cars before, but I guess it is a little bit of an inconvenience. I can't charge it at home, I have to go to a charger. You can get a 3-pin plug, don't have it in the press car here. At home it'll take about 8 hours, so you just need to charge it overnight. Obviously you can get a proper charger fitted to your home, but again, head over here to Tesco or one of the other charging points and it'll take about an hour or so. You get the bulk of the battery out of it. And that is the Volkswagen Passat GTE.